With the increasing interconnectedness of critical infrastructure and reliance on digital systems for essential services, the potential consequences of cyber attacks are profound. Criminals exploit vulnerabilities in networks to steal sensitive data, disrupt operations, and chaos. In this context, robust cybersecurity measures, including data encryption, threat detection systems, and information sharing protocols, are deemed essential for national security. In addition to government surveillance and corporate data collection, another aspect of online privacy that requires attention to the role of individuals in protecting their own data. While regulatory frameworks and technology solutions play a crucial role, individual responsibility in managing privacy settings, using encryption tools, and being mindful of sharing sensitive information is paramount. Digital literacy programs and education initiatives can empower individuals to make informed decisions about their online activities and data sharing practices. By promoting a culture of privacy awareness and proactive risk management, individuals can play a proactive role in safeguarding their digital identities. The globalization of data flows cross-border data transfers adds another layer of complexity to the online privacy landscape. With data being transferred across jurisdictions with various legal standards and enforcement mechanisms, ensuring consistent protection of personal data becomes challenging. International agreements and frameworks, such as the Privacy Shield between the European Union and the United States, aim to provide a legal basis for data transfers while upholding fundamental privacy principles. However, the adequacy and effectiveness of such mechanisms remain subject to scrutiny, particularly considering evolving data protection laws and court rulings. The rapid evolution of technology and AI and the Internet of Things introduces new considerations. AI algorithms are capable of processing vast amounts of data, can lead to insights and innovations, but also raise concerns about algorithmic bias and unintended consequences for privacy. Similarly, Internet of Things devices collect data from sensors and connected devices in homes. Workplaces and public space raise questions about consent, data retention, and security safeguards. Addressing these emerging challenges requires ongoing collaboration between policymakers, technologists, and civil society to develop ethical guidelines, standards, and best practices that prioritize privacy while fostering innovation and progress in the digital realm. However, the quest for heightened security must not come at the expense of individual privacy and civil liberties. The encroachment of government surveillance programs, often justified in the name of counterterrorism or law enforcement, raises significant concerns regarding unchecked power and potential abuses. The revelations of mass surveillance programs by intelligence agencies, as exposed by whistleblowers like Edward Snowden, sparked widespread debate about the balance between security imperatives and privacy rights. Critics argue that indiscriminate surveillance erodes trust, chills free expression, and undermines the democratic fabric of society. Moreover, the collection and exploitation of personal data by tech giants and advertisees have also raised red flags regarding privacy erosion. Companies utilize sophisticated algorithms to track user behavior, harvest data, and monetize individual preferences for targeted advertising. While such practices fuel the digital economy and drive innovation, they also raise ethical questions about consent, transparency, and user control over their data. The Cambridge Analytics scandal, where personal data of millions of Facebook users were harvested without their explicit consent for political purposes, underscored the perils of unchecked data collection. On the other hand, proponents of stringent security measures argue that the benefits outweigh the potential drawbacks. For instance, law enforcement agencies argue that access to digital communication data is crucial for investigation and preventing crimes ranging from terrorism to human trafficking. Without the ability to intercept and analyze digital communications, law enforcement's effectiveness in combating these serious offenses would be severely hampered. Proponents, proponents point to the importance of data sharing and cooperation among intelligence agencies in identifying and neutralizing security threats before they materialize. However, the challenges lie in finding a middle ground that respects privacy while also addressing legitimate serious concerns. Striking this balance requires a nuanced approach that considers the specific context, the nature of the threat, and the potential impact of the individual freedoms. For instance, targeted surveillance focuses on specific individuals or groups suspected of criminal activities, and may be justifiable under strict legal oversight and transparent accountability mechanisms in place. Blanket surveillance of entire populations without adequate safeguard violates the principle of proportionality and necessity. To strike a balance between security imperatives and personal freedoms, policymakers, tech companies, and civil society must engage in constructive dialogue and enhance robust regulatory frameworks. Legislation such as the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation and California Consumers Privacy Act present steps towards empowering individuals with greater control over their data and holding organizations accountable for data misuse. Similarly, transparency reports from tech companies detailing government requests for user data and surveillance practices contributing to accountability and public awareness. In conclusion, the issue of privacy prevents a complex interplay between security needs and individual liberties. While security measures are crucial for safeguards against cyber threats and national security, they must be implemented within a framework that upholds privacy rights, transparency, and accountability. Striking this balance requires a multi-faced approach involving legal safeguards, technology innovations, and ethical considerations. Ultimately, the goal should be to create an online ecosystem where security and privacy coexist together, harmlessly fostering trust, innovation, and respect for fundamental rights.